problem with that, a lot of people that were saying I would like to have that were liking the progressive nature of their marriage. You have to be careful with toxic progressive. And these are sizable books. They are minimum 200 pages. You can download them absolutely for free by simply going to, for example, this one, you just go to getmymarriageback.com, smartrealestatewholesaling.com, realestatemoneysecrets.com. So yes, I am a 3 times author, and those books are out there for your consumption, and they are also available everywhere on Amazon, anywhere that you pick up books. So in case you prefer a physical book like that. Okay, we're talking about KORRA OBIDI. I don't like using the baby's pictures, but because they're adults, they've made certain choices. So, and they put themselves out. The only purpose of me doing this is because I feel like you can relate and you can extract some real life lessons from this situation. Okay, all right. Outside of the fact that this is business as well, right? All right. So what happened was that some weeks back, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks ago, right? This man, let me find this picture for you. All right, let's find a better picture for you. Right, this guy right here. This is a better scene that I can show. Right, this guy right here decided to come out on social media and put his wife on blast. Okay, he recorded her asking, "Say it again, say it again." He kept saying, "Say it again," and the chick, KORRA OBIDI, who is a dancer, she kept saying, "Oh, so that's what you're doing," something like that, paraphrasing a little bit, right? And I can relate to an extent. Okay, I haven't ever put my wife out there like that on social media, right? But in terms of the argument, how it went down, right? I could relate, where you feel like a woman is just, she always has her way. You're trying to speak, you're trying to tell her something, but she's not receiving it, right? I hold myself accountable for a lot of how those things played out, because it was a romantic relationship. In other words, it wasn't a business relationship. It wasn't a situation where, quote unquote partnership. No, in the society we live in, I'm still considered the leader by most human beings. Never mind you and I's opinion, right? The society we live in, I'm still considered a leader. As a matter of fact, I would love to be the leader. In fact, I pride myself in being a leader, right? So I didn't have the luxury of pointing fingers at her, even when she was acting out of order as an adult. Yes. It's still a romantic relationship that I subscribed to. And I always had the choice of walking away if she just happened to be an evil person. Because some people really paint this picture of the trauma that and the troubles that men goes through. They paint it like she's just evil, and women do the same thing. He's just evil, right? And anyway, this guy came out and painted his wife, who just had a brand new baby. It was a 1 week old or 2 weeks old, something like that at the time, and painted her as evil, right? Now, myself, know where I'm coming from and having some experience, I could see through all the BS. Okay, I can see through all of it. Listen, you may say, but you don't know them. Listen, these things are predictable. Okay, just listen to me clearly. All I want you to do is subscribe to this channel, and you will see the same patterns start to play out over and over and over and over again. Now, the way the stories are being told can be different from people to people, from relationship to relationship, and yes, from lives to lives, right? However, as much as we have differences, we have so much patterns. We have so many patterns, similarities, and that's what makes us an ecosystem, a socialized social ecosystem, social beings, emotional beings. There are absolutely behaviors that you can find in me that you'll find in another person, and if you pay enough attention and stop paying so much attention to how different we are. Yes, we are different, we are unique, but you're paying too much attention to that. We also have so much in common. You keep seeing the same story over and over. You see divorces all over the place, but you keep telling yourself every relationship is different. Bullshit. We have patterns that you can learn from. Doesn't mean you will need to apply it in a unique way to your own personal story. When it comes to application, it will be unique. But in terms of the actual lessons that I'll be extracting out here, same shit. Okay? In the same society, is the same thing. Yes. There are some exceptions. I said that, right? There are some men that just want to be the beta. They want to be, they want to take care of the babies, clean. Don't want to go to work 40, 60 hours a week, right? There are some men like that. I don't know any of them. I know for a fact from experience that there are some like that. Just because I know there's always exceptions to the rule. So I don't make absolutes either. But I know for a fact that there's a high chance, extremely 95% high chance that you're a woman who would like to be in a position where you feel comfortable, feel safe enough to submit and rest in your femininity, right? Or maybe you haven't found yourself, you don't feel that comfortable, you don't feel safe to do that, right? That's not your reality, right? So you find yourself saying things like, oh yeah, women need respect too. Ain't nobody discounting that. I'm not discounting that at all. I'm just saying you don't come out of the womb asking for respect. That's not how it works. You usually just want to feel loved, right? Once you get some wisdom, you start to get a little bit wiser and you're growing up, right? You watch those movies and you just wanted to be in the arms of a man who you can trust though, right? So you want to feel loved. You want the type of affection you see in the Nollywood and Hollywood movies. That's what you would like to see. But then as you continue to go through experiences in life, you start like, whoa, I need some respect. But it's a product of the experiences you're going through. It's not natural. On the flip side, now it's part of socialization, by the way. It's not exactly all the way natural, but there's a certain aspect of biology that makes it that way, right? On the flip side, men, they want to feel like the hero, right? They want to feel like they conquered, and they no matter how much they cap, they enjoy the validation of a woman falling in love and feeling safe in their arms. They all capping too. We let me say we as men, we cap too, right? Oh yeah, I want to feel loved too. Like honestly, if I feel like you respect me, I already feel like you love me, right? It's a natural thing. If I feel like you look up to me as your man, if I feel like you can trust me, trust like I can protect and provide for you, that makes you feel so good. If you never say I love you to me, as an average man, I may be okay, right? It's different, is the point. The way we're socialized because of the society we live in is different from one gender to the other. And when you swim against this trend, you better know what the fuck you're doing, because it can hurt you. It can hurt you, your family. It can hurt you. It can hurt everything you care about, either as a man or a woman. So I'm not saying don't swim against what we already know as what it is. I'm just saying you better know what you're doing. You better know what you're doing. And this couple are an example of people that swam against. Is that the past tense? I'm not sure. But anyway, they were swimming against the trend. She just almost seemed like she was driving the relationship until this guy gave up. He was a weak man, from what I can see. He was just a weak man. He was just a man who thought it was okay. Let me have my wife lead. That's what it looks like on the outside. But again, everything that's been coming out on the scene so far in some of the updates I'm going to share with you has been proving that to be the truth, right? We have stories coming out like things like, oh, his mother didn't really like her. Outside of racism, which is a real thing, I can see that. It's not just white, biracial relationship that experienced this. Even in the same states in Nigeria, right? Or anywhere in the world, you have people. Well, if you don't show up like a strong masculine man, your mother is going to try to help you, right? And that only creates more chaos, right? So what am I saying here? We have some updates here. That's basically the story. He put out his family. Since then, she's also come out. Now today, she's moving out of the house. The guy is asking her to move out of the house with 2 children. Right? He's fighting for custody battle and all that kind of stuff. He continues to show his ass on the internet, right? So I just wanted to catch up with you and show some of the updates here. Shout out to Instablog Nigeria. They keep covering this. I'm just extracting the lessons, right? So this headline here is marriage crash saga dancer obidis. Now, one of the things is that a lot of people that follow them really thought they were, let me say it like this, they thought they were the model, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. You felt like, hey, this couple, I would like to have that, I would like to have that. But the problem with that, a lot of people that were saying I would like to have that were liking the progressive nature of their marriage. You have to be careful with toxic progressive